Good morning, friends, fans, haters. Hello, and welcome back to another video. Let's put you guys down, see what this angle is like. Not bad. Sorry, a little fruit fly. Hi, what's up? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, how's it going? My name's Erica. Cheers. Just some coffee, nothing too fancy, but still. Yeah, that's it. Today, I'm excited. We're gonna be doing a little bit of a foodie video today. So I'm working from home today, and I feel like, as you guys know, when I work from home, it's a little bit easier to show you guys like what I'm eating. But I try and keep it like still realistic to like things I probably would eat, even if I was in the office, like things I would still have like meal prepped. But the difference is I can just have it fresh. One thing, if you're new here, it's big about my cooking style. Nothing takes very long. If something for me takes more than 15 minutes in total to be like from start to finish, I'm not really doing it like often ever at all, because it's just not my style. I don't know. I'm an efficient cook, I like to say. Some might say lazy. I think it's efficiency because, I don't know, especially during the summertime, you don't want to be standing over the oven when it's hot and you're just like, I'm sweating. Disgusting. So I did treat myself to a coffee from Starbucks. That is the first thing I'm having today. They actually messed up my drink, and if you watch some of my other videos, I've talked about this drink. This is the one that is my go-to right now. It's a venti shaken espresso with no classic, 4 pumps of toffee nut and vanilla sweet cream cold foam. They just didn't put on the cold foam. I was going through the drive-thru and like I looked at it and I looked weird, and I took a sip and I instantly was like, yep, that's what the issue is. But I just didn't feel like going in, whatever. So I actually made some cold foam quickly at home with my go-to protein powder, creatine, and just a little bit of almond milk. It's really easy to make, and yeah, so I just did that. So it adds a little extra sweetness, but now I've got 20 grams of protein in here. So first thing I'm having, and then with that, I'm also gonna make a quick like omelet. I got some eggs from the farmer's market the other day, and I love eggs to begin with, but farm fresh eggs are they're just so much better, honestly. If you guys also don't know, one of my main fitness goals is weight loss, but I'm not necessarily someone who's very restrictive with my diet. Obviously, like I still like to enjoy myself, so just want to give you guys some like realistic weight loss meal inspo, I guess. Let's get to it. So first things first, just gonna butter up the pan a little bit. I personally just like butter as my base with eggs compared to like oil or other things people use. I just feel like it helps just give it a little extra flavor. But first thing I'm gonna do is actually just throw in my spinach. I basically always cook with this little seam lid because it helps keep a lot of the moisture in there so things don't get too dry. Just look at these eggs. Aren't they just stunning? I bought 2 containers because I do eat quite a bit of eggs. Like I just go through them very quickly. So I usually have like 3, sometimes even 4 eggs at a time, plus some egg whites. So I love eggs personally. The flip off the pan was a little bit messy, but nice and simple. I'm just gonna add some goat cheese. I don't actually have crumbles, so I'm just gonna use a fork and kind of like scrape it to get a little crumble on top. And it's finished product. You can see the cheese a little bit better, kind of, not really, but literally 5-minute meal. Love that for me and you, because again, super easy. High Asian protein. I mean, I think an egg has 7 grams of protein in each egg, so at least got 21 grams of protein, plus obviously there's gonna be a little bit of protein in goat cheese, plus then the protein in my coffee from the protein powder. So great. Also, look at my shoulder. Oof. All right, I'll check with you guys in for my next meal. Love ya. I'm having a quick snack, and I am having a little nectarine as well as some cucumber with chili lime seasoning and a little bit of salt. Just something light and refreshing. I am gonna go to the gym like midday, so I don't necessarily want to have lunch before then. Who knows, if it doesn't fill me up enough, then I might have something more. Maybe I'll have like some oatmeal or like some yogurt with some fruit, something that will fill me more. But I know I want like some shrimp and pasta for lunch, and I just don't necessarily want to have that before the gym, because I just feel like that will just make me feel a little bit like That makes sense. So I'm gonna have that for like kind of a late lunch, and then I'll probably have a later dinner as well. But I do have half a mind to possibly take myself out for dinner tonight, so we'll see what I decide later on. But yeah, this is my snack for now. So home from the gym and done my workout, and I'm starting on lunch. It's really super simple, only takes a handful of minutes. So over here I've got some zucchini and some shrimp, kind of like pan frying, searing, whatever you want to call it, in a bit of butter. And then I did cook some fresh pasta. I especially love using fresh pasta if I have it, because it only takes a handful of minutes to like cook. It literally takes like maybe 2 to 5, something like that. And I'm gonna basically do like a little Alfredo sauce from scratch. So just using just a little bit of heavy cream and then just a bit of cheese to help thicken it up. And that's it. It's really simple. The thing that takes the longest with this, especially because it's fresh pasta, is actually the waiting for the zucchini to cook down. I didn't cut it super thin, which is my own fault. I just was kind of like chopping quickly, but I think it's gonna be getting there. Some heavy cream. Okay, give that a stir. Super easy. This is a Parmesan Romano mix that I have that I really like, but I do wish I had like fresh grated Parmesan. And this is the part that I look for, so when you start to move the liquid and it starts to like not go into the middle, that's how you know it's like done. So we're all good. Put this in a bowl and eat it up. And this is it. It's a little hot, so I can't really hold it too well to show you, but yeah, nice and simple. Doesn't take too long. I especially love having things like that, like zucchini, spinach, shrimp, vegetables that really don't take long to cook, because it just makes everything even easier, more efficient, I guess. But yeah, it's so delicious. Hello again, friends. It is probably about, I think, I can't see my watch from here. It's about an hour-ish later, and I'm still pretty hungry. I've drank like lots of water. I've also clearly showered, as you can see. And I'm still hungry, so I'm gonna have a little slice of pizza. So a little slice of buffalo chicken pizza from my local shop. I'm just gonna have this to kind of tie me over until I have like maybe another snack, or until then I'm like ready for dinner. I think it's so important to like have stuff like this in your diet. It's important to have that balance, because also like if you don't have, you know, a slice of pizza here and there, and if you're super restrictive on your diet, then the likelihood of you leading to like a binge and like way overdoing it when you can have something like this is very high. So I have stuff like this not necessarily every day, but you know, a few times a week, or maybe I'll have like some french fries that I pop in the oven. But kind of just feeding your inner child, I feel like, is super important, as well as, you know, having that cleaner, healthier, veggie-filled diet. So yeah, gonna enjoy this and probably check back with you for my next meal. All right, friends and haters, we are back for dinner. As you can hear, probably, at least I think you can hear it, the kettle is on. That's because we're gonna do some like box mashed potatoes. Basically, they're like dehydrated potato flakes that you just add water, like salt, butter, stuff like that. I have other ones that I like better because you really just add water. This one though, you also can play around with it a little bit more. Like as prepared, based on the instructions, calorie-wise, it's 150 calories per serving. But I don't add the milk. I just add a little bit of salted butter, and then the water. So you can kind of like play around with your calories a little bit more with this. It's not the worst thing ever for you. It's not the best either, obviously, compared to just like making potatoes from scratch. But it's super convenient, especially if you're like on a budget or like don't have a big fridge or things like that. So I'm gonna have some mashed potatoes. I'm also gonna have some Brussels sprouts. I recently found these little single serving bags of vegetables at my shop by a brand called Heart and Soul. There we go, Heart and Soul down at the bottom. Super easy, literally a minute and a half in the microwave. And it's funny because this bag is so small. I mean, look at the size of it compared to my head. But when it's warmed up and everything is done, it is a full serving. Like, it takes up a lot of the plate, which is so weird. Like, my brain still can't comprehend it. And then, the last but not least, I'm also going to have a beautiful piece of salmon. I actually already have salmon prepped that I made last night. So, that's all ready to go. But yeah, and I'll just show you in a second when everything's all done and cooked. And the end result. I mean, as you can see, it's a little bit colorful, nice and basic. Even cooking everything from scratch with this meal, if I did the salmon, would be maybe 10 minutes, I think. However long the salmon takes to cook, depending on the size of it. Yeah, so nice and simple. Okay, friends, last but certainly not least, we have a little bit of like a sweet treat dessert type of thing. I'm not someone who honestly has an extreme sweet tooth. Like, I'll have random cravings, but like on the day-to-day, I don't know, like I could literally open a container of ice cream, have 2 spoonfuls, and I'm content. So this for me is like a dessert, but for other people it might not be enough, but it's all right, we're all different. But so I've been loving right now just like fresh fruit. And so I got some farm fresh like strawberries. You can see I feel like they're so red, like they're redder than normal strawberries. So some farm fresh strawberries with some, I have Cool Whip because I'm working on a dessert recipe for something else. But I prefer like normal whipped cream or even homemade whipped cream, which is literally so easy to do. And then on the top you see that it's just a bit of something I have called pie spice, which is like a blend of nutmeg, cinnamon, I think a little bit of brown sugar. It's really, really tasty. And that's gonna be like my little dessert for the night. I feel like that'll probably it. I don't think I'll have anything else because I'm feeling pretty content. Like I know this will finish me off and I'll be good for the rest of the day. So I'm just gonna close out this video now. I really hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys found some new like ideas for food and realize that like if you're someone who's like me, who, you know, weight loss is a goal for you, losing weight does not have to mean you have to eat boring. You can still have like delicious, fun, tasty food and still make it work for you in your diet, because it's all about everything in moderation. So I hope you guys saw some interesting recipes, and if there's anything else you want to see, comment down below. If you want to see more like just high protein recipes, really low calorie snacks, or like more like healthier dessert alternatives, things like that, let me know, because I do love, especially hanging out with you guys in the kitchen. So let a kid know. And besides that, I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe and like this vid also, please. Would really appreciate it. And that's it for me. Goodbye.